My beloved child, I know you have passed through very deep nights, when darkness did not only cover the window, did not only lie upon the empty road, but also quietly slipped into the hidden chambers of your heart, making every breath heavy and every thought seem lost in a land without dawn. There were nights when you prayed and felt as though your words dissolved into emptiness, when you hoped and then watched hope grow thin like a lamp running out of oil. When through tears you asked whether I heard you, whether I was still near, whether I saw the weariness you were hiding behind your silence, and when all around you there was only a thick stillness. You mistakenly thought that stillness was a sign of absence. But today I speak to you with the love of a father. It is precisely in the deep night that my light often appears most clearly. The thicker the darkness, the more impossible it is for the light to be hidden. Night does not prove that I have abandoned you, but becomes the backdrop upon which my glory is revealed more radiantly. Lift your eyes to the night sky, and you will understand what I am teaching. When the sun is still shining brightly in the daytime, the stars are still there, but your eyes do not recognize them. Only when the curtain of night descends does their quiet beauty appear, and each small point of light becomes a sign that the heavens are not empty. Your life is the same. In favorable days, you easily pass through grace without noticing it, easily consider peace a natural thing, and easily think you can still stand by familiar strength. But when night comes, when what you leaned on seems to be taken away, when outward supports are no longer certain, you begin to see the light I have placed beside you for a long time. That light is not a passing feeling, nor a weak thought of self-comfort. It is my enduring presence, the lamp guiding you through each hour, the holy warmth that keeps your heart from growing cold in trial. My child, my light is not like the fragile light of the world. The world's light changes according to circumstances. When everything is favorable, it flares up. When hardship comes, it goes out. But the light I give is not determined by storms, is not worn down by time, and is not swallowed by darkness. Even when you close your eyes because tears fill them, that light is still shining. Even when you no longer feel the support you once felt, I am still holding you up. Even when your heart says that everything has become too dark, my light is still quietly working, opening within you a small path so that faith has not died, hope has not faded, and your feet can still take another step. And the wondrous thing is that this light does not shine for you alone. One day, the very thing I kindle in your night will become a ray of light for others who are feeling their way through their own nights. Perhaps you ask me, Father, if that light still remains, why do I not see it? Why do I still hurt? Why does my heart still tremble, my beloved child? Light does not disappear simply because your eyes have not yet learned to see in the dark. When someone steps into a dark room, at first they may think they can see nothing. But if they stand still calmly, their eyes slowly begin to recognize outlines. Small rays of light begin to appear, and the room is no longer as frightening as it was in the first moment. In the same way, in deep seasons, do not quickly draw conclusions from your first feeling. Stop, breathe slowly, and listen to me in stillness. My light may not blaze forth dazzlingly at once, but it will be enough for the next step. I do not always show you the whole road, because I want you to learn to trust me step by step, but I always give enough light so that you do not collapse in despair. Remember that there are nights I do not immediately turn into day, but I place within that night a pillar of fire to guide the way. There are circumstances I do not remove at once, but I sow peace into them so that you will not be lost. There are pains I have not yet fully explained, but I place my hand upon you so you may know you are not alone. My light often does not come by erasing every shadow around you, but by helping you realize that darkness no longer has the right to rule over you. It does not need to turn the entire sky into day in order to be called light. One lamp in the right place is enough to save the traveler from the abyss. And I, your Father, will not let you walk through the night without signs of my love. Therefore, change the way you look at the deep night. Do not see it only as an enemy coming to exhaust you. There are nights I allow you to pass through so that you may recognize the value of light, so that you may know how sweet my comfort is, so that you may understand that true peace is not only found in easy days, but can still bloom in the place where tears fall. Without night, you would not know why even a small ray of light is precious. Without the hours when you are weak, you would not know how gentle and enduring my sustaining power is. Without the times when your heart seemed empty, you would not experience the way I fill it with my presence. I do not send the night to drown you. I use the night as a background so that what comes from me may become clearer, deeper, and more real within you. Then, when that light begins to shine within you, I want you to let it shine through you. The deep night is not only where you learn to trust, it is also where I prepare you to become a sign of hope for others. There are people around you who are weary but do not say it. There are people sitting in the darkness of illness, loss, loneliness, anxiety, or unanswered questions. They need to see that it is still possible to stand after tears, still possible to remain gentle after being wounded, still possible to love after disappointment, still possible to hope before dawn has come. A small prayer from you, an uplifting word, a hand held, a silent but sincere presence, a quiet song lifted up in weariness. All of these can become a lamp I use to shine into someone else's night. I know there are times when you wonder whether this night will ever end. You watch time pass while your heart remains heavy. You look at the door that is not opened, and patience seems to run dry. But I tell you, the dawn has already been appointed by me. The deep night has no right to last forever. Though it may seem longer than your endurance, it is still only a season, not the destiny of your life. No one can stop the sun from rising when I have commanded it to rise. And no power can stop my light from breaking forth at the right time over your life. Stand firm in the night, my child. Do not let go right before the sky begins to brighten. Do not allow one dark chapter to make you forget that I am still writing your story with mercy. I do not say that waiting in the night is easy. I know the moments when you want to collapse, to stop hoping, to close your heart so that it will not hurt anymore. But it is precisely in those hours that I hold you closest. You may not feel my hand, but I am still lifting you. You may not hear a clear answer, but I am still whispering peace into the deep places within you. You may think you are lost and alone, but in truth, you are being held in the arms of the one who never falls asleep. Listen deeply, beyond the noise of worry, and you will hear my tender voice calling, "Do not fear, I am here. I have never left you." So then, my beloved child, let the deep night become the place where my light does its most mysterious work. When you come out of this season, you will not be the same as before. You will carry within you the steadiness of one who has been upheld through darkness, the tenderness of one who has been comforted, and the clarity of one who knows that hope is not a fragile emotion, but a gift that comes from me. Others will look at you and not only see the marks of what you endured, but also the evidence that true light can overcome darkness. And you will understand that in the very deep night, I transformed weakness into strength, tears into seeds, and darkness into the sky, upon which my light in you shines more beautifully than ever before. My beloved child, I want to lead you into a deeper level of this journey, where you are not only awakened, corrected, and restored, but also entrusted with a holy responsibility to become a bearer of my light in a world still filled with darkness. You were not pulled out of the depths merely to stand still in your own safety, nor were you healed only so that you could keep peace as a treasure locked away. I have placed a lamp within you, and that lamp was lit not to be hidden beneath the covering of fear, but to shine the way for those who are lost, weary, and searching for a sign that my love is still present in this life. The seasons I allow you to pass through fire are not meant to shatter you, but to refine you into greater purity. The trials are not meant to defeat you, but to prepare you to become a witness with depth, one who does not only speak about the light, but truly carries the light in the way you live. You need to remember that the light you carry does not come from your talent, your achievements, or your natural strength. That light comes from me. I am the unfailing source of light, and you are the vessel I have chosen to contain and reflect what belongs to me. If you try to keep the light for yourself because you fear being hurt, misunderstood, or rejected by others, that light will gradually be covered by your own closeness. But when you courageously give compassion, speak the truth in love, and live uprightly in places where people easily compromise, that light grows even brighter within you. This is the wonder of my kingdom. What you give away in faith does not make you poorer, but enlarges you. The love you sow does not deplete you. If you always return to me as the source, look around, and you will see that this world has more darkness than ordinary eyes can recognize. There is the darkness of lies, decorated with sweet words, the darkness of greed called wisdom, the darkness of despair hidden behind smiles, the darkness of loneliness standing in the middle of noisy crowds. Many people are walking without knowing where they are going, searching for joy but grasping only counterfeit sparks that quickly fade, thirsting for truth but drinking waters that leave their hearts even drier. I place you among them not so that you may become like them, nor so that you may stand far away in pride, but so that you may be present as a gentle sign that light is still real, peace is still real, and my love can still touch the places that seem forgotten. To carry light in darkness requires courage. There will be people who do not understand you, people who think you are too different, too serious, too much against the current. There may be mockery, cold looks, and rejection that hurts your heart. But, my child, do not let the rejection of people make you doubt my calling. Light does not need permission from darkness in order to shine. If you are opposed because you live in truth, remember that truth always makes falsehood uncomfortable. If you are misunderstood because you choose what is right, remember that not everyone recognizes light the moment it appears. Your part is not to force them to see, but to continue shining faithfully with humility, endurance, and purity. Do not think that to carry light you must do great things before everyone's eyes. Many times, the strongest light is revealed through very small things. A truthful word when lying would be more beneficial. Forgiveness when you have reason to be resentful. A gentle silence when your heart wants to answer harshly. An act of kindness towards someone who cannot repay you. Faithfulness in work no one praises. The world often seeks what is loud, but I look upon quiet faithfulness. Even a small candle is enough to make a dark room no longer completely dark. Therefore, do not despise the place where I have placed you. Shine in your family, in your work, in daily conversations, in the way you treat the vulnerable, in the way you keep your heart upright when no one is watching. However, you must understand that light needs to be guarded. Darkness does not always come like a great storm. It often slips in through small cracks, a little compromise, a little pride, a little neglect in prayer, a little nurturing of bitterness, a little permission you give yourself to live differently from what you know is right. Those small things, if you do not bring them before me, can dim the light within you. A fortress may be tall and strong, but one unrepaired crack is enough to become an entrance for the destroyer. Therefore, do not take daily watchfulness lightly. Let me shine into your heart, not to shame you, but to keep you in clarity and freedom. You also need to discern between true light and false light. False light loves display, loves attention, loves proving itself, and loves making others admire it. It may flare up for a moment, but it has no depth, no life, and no fragrance of humility. True light comes from my presence. It does not need noise, yet it still has power to touch. It does not need boasting, yet it still makes others notice something different. It does not force anyone to believe, yet causes dry hearts to begin thirsting for pure water. When I am in you, that light will be revealed through your peace, your kindness, your truthfulness, and the way you stand firm without becoming hard. For that light not to fade, you must stay close to the source of light. Do not take prayer lightly. Do not neglect my word. And do not treat worship as an unnecessary habit. These things are not dry rituals, but the pathways of life between you and me. Prayer opens your heart for me to pour in fresh oil. My word corrects your thoughts when the world bends them out of shape. Worship keeps you in reverence and gratitude, so that you do not forget who you are and to whom you belong. If you try to shine by your own strength, you will grow weary and easily burn out. But if you let me nourish you each day, the light within you will have endurance strong enough to pass through great winds. Keep your heart humble. My beloved child, never think you are strong enough not to need me, mature enough not to stay watchful, or knowledgeable enough that you can no longer be deceived. Pride is a thin but dangerous shadow that covers the lamp within you. The humble know they need to be kept, so they remain near me. The humble know they can be weak, so they seek support. The humble do not hide wounds behind appearance, but bring them to me to be healed. I do not demand that you be perfect without stumbling. I call you to live truthfully. When you are weak, admit it. When you fall, rise again in repentance. When you are tired, lean on the community of faith, and do not isolate yourself in hidden pride. You are not called to shine alone. I have placed others beside you, people who also carry the portion of light I have entrusted to them. When you pray together, support one another, correct one another in love, and serve together. Individual light becomes a shared torch. Do not think you have to carry everything. Do not let the fear of being seen as weak separate you from those I use to lift you up. A coal separated from the fire quickly grows cold, but many coals near one another keep the flame longer. Unity and love is a fence that protects the light, and it is also a powerful testimony before a divided world. So then, my beloved child, courageously take hold of the light I have given you and walk forward. Do not fear darkness, for darkness cannot overcome true light. Do not fear rejection, because your worth does not rest in the acceptance of people. Do not fear weakness, because precisely in your limitations, my power can be revealed more gently and clearly. Only be careful of this one thing. Do not hide the light in order to be comfortable. Do not choose ease instead of mission. And do not allow negligence to dim what I have kindled within you. You are called to illuminate, to bear witness, and to live as a mirror reflecting my holiness and kindness. If you are faithful where I have placed you, you will see darkness retreat, hearts warmed, and your life not only healed, but used to lead many people back to me, the eternal source of light. My beloved child, when I lead you through the journey of trial, You often ask why those days last so long, why the darkness seems slow to fade, and why my promise has not yet appeared clearly before your eyes. But listen to the Father with a tender heart. I never allow you to pass through anything without meaning. Every moment you endure in faithfulness is carving within you a depth that ease could never create. Every time you still stand firm when your heart wants to give up. Every time you still pray when tears choke your words. Every time you still choose to believe when circumstances have not changed. I see it all. Endurance is not born in days when everything is favorable, but is forged in the heat of fire, and the flame held in my hand will not destroy you, but refine you until the most precious things within you are revealed. Some people look at trials as signs of being abandoned, as though hardship were proof that I have grown silent before their lives. But my child, understand more deeply. There are seasons of trial that are actually proof that I am caring for you seriously. A merciful father does not let his child grow up in indulgence, nor allow the child to continue forever on the easy road without learning wisdom. True love does not only soothe, it also trains. True love does not only wipe away tears, it also helps you mature so that you are not swept away by temporary things. When you feel the weight of difficult days, do not quickly think that I am far from you. Perhaps in that very moment, my hand is upon you, not pressing you down, but keeping you from wandering and shaping you into the person you were meant to become. I see within you a jewel still being polished. The beauty I have placed in you does not always appear immediately in peacefulness. Sometimes it shines only after touches that hurt, after rough parts are cut away, after impacts that make you think you are losing something. You are like a precious stone, still covered in dust, and my hand knows exactly where to touch, which part to polish, and what to preserve. Do not fear that process. What is taken from you is not the part that makes your true value, but the layers that hide the light. When I complete what I am doing, you will no longer shine with the glitter of the world, but with the pure beauty that comes from deep transformation in me. You once thought outward calm was a sure sign of blessing, but I tell you, true blessing is not always a quiet sea, but my presence amid violent waves. If you know me only in clear skies, your faith will easily become shallow, like thin soil after rain. But when you recognize that I still stand beside you in the storm, when you hear my voice amid the howling wind, when you feel my hand holding you as deep waters try to sweep you away, then your faith begins to take real root. You do not only know me as the giver of blessing, but also as your refuge, your solid rock, and the light that does not go out in any night season. Do not think I want to exhaust you. No, my beloved child, I want you to discover the source of strength that does not come from your own bravery, but from me. There are times when you become weak so that you may stop relying on your own hardness. There are times when you grow exhausted so that you may realize your willpower is not enough to become the foundation for your whole life. When you know you can no longer carry everything yourself. That is when you learn to open your hands and allow grace to enter. The strength I give is not noisy and does not boast, but it is deep and enduring. It helps you take one more step when you think you have no strength left, helps you forgive when you think your heart is closed, and helps you rise when disappointment wants to pull you down. Do you know why I allow long silences in your journey? Because it is in that very silence that you learn to hear me in a new way. If I always answered as soon as you called, if every door opened instantly when you knocked, you might love the signs more than you love me. But when you seek me in the quiet, when you remain in prayer, even though you have not yet heard a clear answer, your heart is deepened. You begin to distinguish my voice from the noises of fear, hostility, and desires that have not yet been purified. And one day, you will realize that my presence still covers you even when you have not yet seen the miracle. My beloved child, my schedule is not like yours. You see each day as separate fragments, while I see the whole journey as a wide picture. You want results to come immediately so that your heart can rest. But I want you to be mature enough to receive the result without losing yourself. You want the door to open instantly. But I know there are doors that should open only when the foundation within you is strong enough. If I give too soon, what you call a blessing may become a burden. If I hold something back for a season, that waiting can make you deeper, more humble, more discerning, and more enduring. Therefore, do not despise days of delay in my hands. They are also part of preparation. I am not indifferent to your tears, the tears that fall in secret, the sighs no one hears, the nights when you try to be strong, though your heart has fallen apart. All of these are before me. Not one of your cries dissolves into emptiness. I gather and keep them with the love of a father who knows every wound in you. One day, you will see that the places that once bled become openings for streams of grace. What hurts you today may become the place where you learn compassion for others. The wound that once made you think you were weak may become evidence that I can heal, restore, and renew what seemed lost. Look at your life like iron in the hand of the blacksmith. When iron is placed in the fire, it may think it is being destroyed. When the hammer comes down, it may think it is being crushed. But the wise blacksmith knows every rhythm, every degree of heat, and every necessary touch. He does not destroy the iron, he shapes it into a useful instrument. I am doing the same with you. The pressures you experience are not meant to shatter you, but to bend you toward a greater purpose. I know your limits. I know when the fire has been enough, when to lift you out so you can rest, and when to continue shaping so that what is precious within you becomes more durable. Therefore, look to the cross whenever you think your pain has no meaning. That place once appeared to be failure, loss, and darkness winning, yet there, the greatest glory was revealed, and eternal love opened the way to life. If I can turn the wood of suffering into the source of hope for multitudes, then I can also turn your trials into radiant evidence of grace. Do not let darkness persuade you that it has the final word. My light always has the final word, and my love is always stronger than everything that wants to make you afraid. So stand firm. Do not let the voices of despair hide the truth that you belong to me. Do not let today's circumstances make you forget the eternal perspective. I have begun a good work in you, and I do not abandon what my hand has started. If there is one thing you must hold tightly, it is this: I do not change. Your emotions may rise and fall. Circumstances may shift. People around you may come and go. But my love for you stands firm like a rock. Lift up your head. My beloved child, I am nearer to you than you think. Continue to believe. Continue to walk. Continue to be faithful, for you are in my hand, and no power can steal you from that loving hand. My beloved child, there are things I want you to recognize, not only with your thoughts, but through the quiet experiences of each day you live. My love and faithfulness are not distant things hanging above the clouds, but a reality covering you from the moment dawn opens its eyes until night descends gently. The first breath you receive each morning is a sign that I am still keeping you. The moment you lay yourself down to rest after a long day is also evidence that my hand is still quietly sheltering you. You may think everything is simply passing as ordinary routine, but behind every simple rhythm of life is my patient care, the love of the Father whose eyes never leave you. I do not only care about the major events in your life, I also bend down over the small things you often overlook. I see the tear you try to hide, hear the sigh, you do not speak into words, and know the empty places in your heart that no one else can touch. No pain of yours is forgotten. No silent prayer disappears into nothingness, and no weak day lies outside my compassion. What you do not understand today, I am still gathering, healing, arranging, and transforming so that one day it may become comfort, wisdom, and strength for you. At times, you think I am silent. But my child, silence is not absence. Many times I am quiet so that you may learn to recognize me in depth, where the noise of anxiety settles and faith begins to speak. I do not always come through great signs. Sometimes I come as a very gentle peace in the middle of confusion, as a word of comfort at the right time, as a door closing to keep you from what does not belong to you, or as a small ray of light enough to lead you one more step. If your heart knows how to look up, you will see my footprints scattered throughout even the most ordinary days. Therefore, do not consider yourself meaningless when the journey still has many uneven places. You were not created to become a copy of someone else, but a unique creation within my loving purpose. The world may not recognize your worth, but I see the jewel being washed, polished, and brightened through each season of testing. Trust me more in the things you cannot yet see. I am weaving scattered pieces into a picture full of grace. And in all of it, you have never been abandoned. I am still here, near you, keeping you, guiding you, and loving you with an unchanging love.